Is this the player that West Ham might sign in the transfer window? Is Hwang Hee-Chan David Moyes' striker target? And you know something? I think he could be. If you watch my transfer rumour show, you'll know I like to dismiss most transfer rumours. I like to look at them and say, rubbish, lazy journalism, ignore that. But this one, I think there could be something in it. Last night, a story broke that West Ham are looking at bringing in Hwang Hee-Chan from Leipzig, and then a completely different story over in Germany as well, which I think has significance. I'll get onto that. A completely separate story said that Huang Hee-chan was going to go on loan to the Premier League. They never stated which club. They didn't say that. They just said that their sources, if you like, from Leipzig say that he's going out on loan to try and get his form back. So you put the two and two together. We could be coming up with 4. We could also be coming up with 5, granted. I think there's something in this, and I'll tell you why. I think David Moyes has done not too bad, actually, getting the whole transfer rumour stuff under control at West Ham. Sure, he hasn't got a complete lid on it. That's never going to happen at this football club. I don't think he's doing too badly though. When we signed Solchek, when we signed Vladimir Koval, I think that those sources that linked us to those players were from that side of the transfer deal. It wasn't really our side that was doing it. And I think there's some significance when the German ones are the ones that's linking West Ham to him rather than the English ones, if you like. So I think that sort of ticks the first box. But also the player himself. Now, while we get linked to the likes of Boulaye Dia and that over in France, I have to dismiss them, and not the rumours themselves. The players, I don't know. I don't watch French football, so I have to sit here and say, well, we're linked to this player, but I've no idea who he is. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Like the video if you can. You know, that's about it. That's as good as it gets. But with this player, I actually know him. Because I like Bundesliga football. I like watching German football, but that's not where I know him from. And I'll tell you why in a second. He plays for RB Leipzig at the minute, but I know him from his time at Salzburg when he was last season. I don't mind watching Austrian football. Okay, I don't mind watching Salzburg. I'll admit it. It's more from a gambling perspective. Lock me up, throw away the key, whatever. But that's how I know about Daka, and that's how I know about him as well. But he done fantastic over in the Austrian football, especially last season. Got something like 22 assists for Salzburg before his move. He got just as much assists as goals, I think. Then he went to Leipzig in the summer in order to replace Timo Werner. So big boots to fill. But when you look at his stats, if people look at his numbers, if they haven't heard of him before, and they're going to have a little look at him and say, well, it's not really worked out for him at Leipzig. Well, you'd be correct, but it's not because of his ability, it's not because of anything like that, it's down to COVID. He got a really bad dose of it. I think it was described as he felt like he was going to die. Nagelsmann, the manager, has also stated that there was just nothing they could do. He just felt the impact of COVID really badly. So the first half of this season has been a complete and utter write-off for him. So don't pay any attention to his stats at Leipzig. Rule that out. It's completely unfair. Take a look at what he's done at Salzburg. Have a look at that and then judge him. He suits the David Moyes way, I think. I think that's what's significant about this. It's a loan. Let's just be honest here, because we've been told by the in-the-knows over on this side of the pond, like I said, not necessarily dismiss their transfer rumours, but there's been about 30 strikers linked to us. But I think you can trust their news sometimes, and the news is that Moyes is willing to wait till the summer to get his main target, whoever that might be, but he's looking at bringing in someone on loan to fill that void until then. So that ticks the boxes as well. Therefore, it is looking good. Now we have to look at the individual player, and I think this is a player that will suit what David Moyes does. He's not the tallest of strikers. He's under 6 foot tall, but he's quite strong. He's quite stocky. He's a bit like Sergio Aguero in that sense, because he's stronger than he looks. He's absolutely rapid. He's really fast. But you can play anywhere along the front three. Scores goals, gets assists, works really hard. You won't get harder working striker. So can he do what Antonio does? Is the question, I guess. Possibly. I think he's probably like, if I had to compare him to a Premier League striker, the likes of, I don't know, Roberto Firmino or someone that gets involved with the build-up play as well as the action inside the 18-yard. And I'm quite excited by this transfer rumour, actually. He's probably because I've heard of him, whereas with Boulaye Dia, I can't get excited. I don't know who the guy is. I'm like, right, okay, well, if he comes kind of thing. Well, that's what she said. And then, but with this one, I've got a little bit of excitement. I'm sort of hoping it's true. Maybe that's why I think it's true, because I actually heard of him. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll have a little bit of that West Ham United. But I do think he would suit the way that David Moyes plays. Works hard, really hard, gets tackles, gets stuck in and stuff. That's all there is to it, really. So it's just an interesting transfer rumour that broke last night. There's also other transfer rumours going on. Jesse Lingard, he's been linked to West Ham again this morning, which there might be something in it. He's been left out of the Manchester United's registration squad now, so he's got no future at Man United. He needs to leave Old Trafford. But as we know, as I'll keep reminding you, we cannot sign him on loan. We cannot get another domestic loan in unless we sign Saeed Benrahma or Craig Dawson permanently in this transfer window. We're also being heavily linked with Edouard of Celtic. I touched on him in the last video. I didn't touch him, that'd be wrong, but I touched on him in the last video. I would love him at West Ham. I think he's fantastic. I think he's got a better sort of hold-up play than what Hee-Chan has, so he would suit that a little bit more. He's not as quick, but his build-up play is a little bit better. Goal scorer, 20 million is being touted. I would have put him around about the 15 million mark myself. I think 20 million is where it gets a little bit expensive. It sort of goes from punt money to like investment money, doesn't it? I know it's only 5 million, but 20 sounds a lot more expensive than 15. It is, it's 5 million. But you know what I'm trying to say badly here, don't you, right? I think. But that's pretty much the transfer rumours now. The names are getting less. Oh, Edin Dzeko. Did you see that one? Dzeko. Oh, crikey. I'm looking forward to the day Dzeko retires so West Ham start getting linked to him. I'm fed up with this rumour now. I don't want him here at all. I don't believe that one. That one's I can dismiss straight away. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in Edouard, because I think Celtic's just a shambles at the minute. I think he's only got 18 months left on his contract, so they're going to have to start thinking about cashing in very soon. Otherwise, his value is only just going to keep depreciating. I think there's an opportunity for a club to go get him. I am worried that it'll be Leicester City. If I had to put money on it right now, I'd say Leicester City, if they do want him, are ahead of us in the running, because Jamie Vardy's had a small operation. He's out for a few weeks. At the weekend, he started Ayoze Perez up front rather than Kelchi Iheanacho, which is fair. Iheanacho just doesn't suit the way Leicester play. They're always just... There's missing Vardy, then there's missing Vardy because of his replacement. It's like West Ham with Antonio. If Antonio don't play, do we miss him? Of course we do. But while we're putting in Sebastian Haller, we missed Antonio even more because of the difference of the types of style of play. So I think Leicester could get a more suitable replacement for Jamie Vardy. They would miss him less when he's not there. So I do worry that Edouard would go there. Also, Brendan Rodgers, former Celtic manager and all that as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pip us to that player, should our interest be genuine. But I would love him. I'd love Edouard at West Ham. But Huang Hee-chan, I'd love him too. And I think he'd be a fan's favourite with his work ethic as well. The talent's certainly there. Whether we'd be able to get an option to buy in there or not, I don't know, because Leipzig have clearly brought him in knowing that he's good enough, expecting him to replace Timo Werner. But like I said, he's the right first half this season. Write it off. It's just unlucky. That's all it is. It's got nothing to do with his ability. Don't read too much into those stats, and that's coming from someone that loves his stats. Anyway, I'm going to disappear. Hope you all have a fantastic start to the week. It's Monday mornings. I'm away to work in a minute, but I want to get this done because I'm excited. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Myself and Gonzo. We'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock actually. We did a video at 8 o'clock. We're bringing Talk West Ham back. So 8 till 9 PM. We're live, and we'll see you then.